It's been 5 years since Assassin's Creed Valhalla was released, a game with a Viking theme and Assassin's Creed elements, a huge open world, and a story that will keep you engaged for a long time. It can be said that this game is one of the most controversial games in Assassin's Creed series, but is it worth playing it after 5 years? Assassin's Creed Valhalla was released in 2020 when people were locked up in their houses thanks to COVID pandemic. And now this game is a complete package, and by complete, I mean there is no patch, no updates, and no more DLC. After 5 years, this game is still a gorgeous and fun game with satisfying combat, well-written characters, a fascinating world to explore, and many kind of activities to get entertained with. But let's look into it a bit deeper. Even though sometimes it might a bit feel like the world is empty thanks to how big the map is, Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes you to beautiful and diverse locations, whether it's places from our own world like Norway, England, Ireland, or France, or mythical worlds like Asgard, Svartalfheim, or Niflheim. You can walk around cities, enjoy music and dancing, go hunting in the breathtaking woods, or relax while fishing and watching the sunset.
Lots of hungry fish here.
The problem that might be here, as I said earlier, is that some players felt a sense of emptiness because the distance between locations were long. Tell me, what is your opinion about Valhalla's map? Did you enjoy it as it is, or you want it to be smaller? The visuals are stunning, and I would say this game will still look magnificent for many years to come. I'm sure we were all busy taking pictures because of the beauty and mesmerizing scenery. The cutscenes are good, but I have to say they are not perfect. The cast did an amazing job for bringing characters to life. We had many cool, emotional, and funny moments, but the biggest problem here is characters' movement that sometimes felt a bit robotic, and the awful lip syncing, which is not only annoying but also makes the cutscenes less than perfect. It's such a shame these factors were not improved from previous games, and it seems it wasn't really improved in the newest game Assassin's Creed Shadows either. I hope they improve cutscenes in their next game, because they are an important part of the game. The combat is very satisfying and fun in this game, since there are many types of weapons that you can find around the world, and each of them has a unique fighting style. Finishers are my favorite part, and there are different types of finishers based on the enemy's weapon, whether you are in front or behind the enemy, and sometimes what weapon you are holding. And for parkour, well, it's the same parkour system as Origins and Odyssey, but Eivor can be a bit slower if her armor is heavy or you are wielding a heavy weapon. The stealth feels smooth and is very enjoyable in this game, in my humble opinion. You don't need to be so close to the enemies or be in front of them to do the assassination. Eivor will do her work whether she's facing enemies or not. But the enemy's AI can be sometimes annoying because they will notice you even if you're so close to them, or they might notice you even if you're far away from them. It's like the game most of the time pushes you to use the Viking method, but of course, with enough practice and patience, you can become a master of stealth and be an invisible Viking. The social stealth is an amazing feature that they added to the game while it was absent in other RPGs, but unfortunately they are rarely used for opportunities to use them thanks to the level designs. There are many activities that can entertain you throughout your journey, such as drinking contests, orlog, mysteries, carrying stones, destroying magic trolls, exploring caves, and many more. Some of these activities are there for you to further connect you with the world of this game, or to tell you the stories of the characters, or to just enjoy your time and relax. I personally like that abilities are separated from skills and are upgraded by finding the book of knowledge and not spending skill points. But the giant skill tree is the part that might overwhelm players because there are too much stuff to unlock and too many options to choose. In my opinion, it could have been way smaller and less overwhelming. Like, why not just automatically give us health and damage bonus when you level up instead of selecting all of the little bonuses? But the game gives you enough skill points, so you don't really need to worry about that. This might be unpopular opinion here, but Valhalla's story is actually interesting and well written. For many people it was too long, but I say every arc was needed so you can connect to Eivor even more and to know her even better. Many characters had their own personality and goals, even those zealots that were working for the Order of the Ancient. Also, I love how this game is connected to most of the AC games and expand the lore even further. Every arc will introduce you to very likable characters, badass warriors, and some people that you wish to kill as soon as possible. Introducing Basim as the new modern day protagonist is one of the best parts of the modern day story. The idea of an actual assassin that lived the Brotherhood life and is a reincarnation of a god entering the Animus and reading other assassins' memory is just amazingly cool. But unfortunately, they didn't use this in Assassin's Creed Shadows and threw this idea away. Well, that's what you expect from Ubisoft Quebec, I guess. There is one thing that Valhalla lacks and makes it not to be a perfect package, it's the lack of New Game Plus. Valhalla is a big game with many kinds of armor and weapon, but you only have them in one playthrough, and that's not fair, because there are legendary weapons like Gungnir that are only obtainable after you finish the main story. What the f***, Ubisoft? Not to mention that many players won't come back to the game because they already upgraded their gears and don't want to do all of that again. I hope Ubisoft Montreal change their mind and give us New Game Plus. With all said, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a solid game and a very fun and entertaining one. This game will draw you in and take you on a memorable journey. So, to answer our question about is Assassin's Creed Valhalla playable after 5 years is yes, of course. It's not a perfect game with no flaws, but it's definitely enjoyable and worth playing. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day out there.